Hi, in today's video, we will take a look at what is volume profile, because the volume profile is key part of our trading strategy. So what is exactly volume profile? The volume profile, also known as a volume and price, shows the traded volume at specific price levels. Thanks to this very important tool, we can see whether there was activity at a specific price level or not. We can monitor the volume profile either directly on TradingView, where we analyze custom measured ranges, or in the order flow software. There we track volume profile for each candlestick. The main difference between the volume profile and the classic volume over time is that the volume profile is much more precise. Volume over time only shows you how much volume was traded during a given time period, while the volume profile shows you the exact levels with that volume. And this helps identify price zones, price levels where buyers and sellers were most active at. It's basically like an X-ray of the market. There are several ways how you can use volume profile. The first is the fixed ranged volume profile, which is the method we use the most. On TradingView, we use the volume profile fixed range tool, which allows us to measure specific time periods. Based on these, the volume profile highlights the zones where the highest trading volume occurred. This way, we can measure any time period we choose. For example, the range from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. We can then identify the price levels where the most trading activity took place during the selected time period. So when we measure a 1 month period using the fixed range volume profile, we can see which level contained the highest volume during that month. In other words, at which level the most contracts were traded. So this fixed range volume profile tool allows you to measure any time period on the chart you want. Next is session volume profile. The principle is exactly the same. The only difference is in the way it's measured. With the session volume profile, the measurement is based on trading sessions. For example, the New York session, the London session, or the Asia session. So, the session volume profile shows you the volume at each price level for each session. Another method is the visible range volume profile. This measures only the section of the chart that is currently visible. So when you zoom in or zoom out, the volume profile is calculated just for the part you can see. That's why it's called visible range volume profile. And for us, the most important way to measure the volume profile is the volume profile per candle. This measures the price levels within a single candle and shows you which part of the candle contained the most volume. This can only be tracked using footprints, which are part of order flow tools. So when we see a large volume, the volume profile shows us at which price level that volume occurred. Here we see a candle that contains a large volume. When we look at the candle's profile, we can see the exact levels, price levels, where this large volume was traded. We will go into this in detail in order flow module, so don't worry. Now let's say I want to know where the most volume was traded in this range. I'll take the fixed range volume profile and stretch it from the beginning to the end of this range, and voila, I can see the exact price level where the most contracts were traded and where the highest activity occurred. You may ask, why is it so important to know and track the exact levels with high volume? When we know that certain level has a lot of volume, we can observe how the price reacted to it. This helps us with absorption and in decision making before opening a trade. This will be covered in next videos, in order flow videos. So this is the basic definition of the volume profile and its role in trading. In next videos, we will dive to volume profile setting and its functions, deep functions like volume area, POC, etc. So if you want to continue learning, be sure to visit our website where you can find full order flow A to Z course with PDFs for free. Each video is clearly explained in details and simplified, just like this one. So if you are interested, I'll leave you a link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching.